Hello! It's the moment that literally no one has been waiting for. I, Siren Santina, have finally figured out how to set up all of the equipment that I have purchased so that I can share with you how I am living my quarantine life. I can't see people anymore. I can't leave my house anymore. So I have devoted myself to the life of Animal Crossing and the life of finding a way to bring that life to you. So welcome to the island of Petite Mort. I am Siren Santina, and I am here to give you a tour of my island as it exists today, and at the same time am here to share with you my first ever attempt at video capture. Welcome. We're here in the beautiful Petite Mort airport with Dodo Airlines and this motherfucker that I don't really like that much. So let's get the fuck out of here. I decided to start this tour from the airport so you can see what this would look like if you were playing the game and coming to my island for the first time in game. As you can see, it's a lovely, beautiful Sunday afternoon here on the island of Petite Mort. Now, most people that come to visit my island are here for two things: resources and recipes. That's an inside joke, so thank you to the one person that thought that was funny. No, really, when people come to visit my island, what they're actually here to see usually are the shops. So I have set up my island to make it really easy for my visitors to immediately visit me, and instead of talking to me or interacting with me, visit my shops and leave. So that's why, as you immediately exit from the airport, you are seeing my Nook's Cranny and my Able Sisters shops. People that play the game know what those look like, so we're not going to start the tour there. I also set this up to lead people to the important parts of the neighborhood. So I have a beautiful town square here with flowers. I'll just run through these flowers, which I shouldn't be doing, and would be kind of mad if someone else did. And come straight over to the museum. So easy access to these kind of main staples of island life. And then here, of course, is my resident services building and town square set up here. Hopefully, while you're here, one of my islanders will sing us a little song. Speaking of islanders, that seems to be a particularly important part of the game. And I can show you my crew here. Let's see. Pull up the big map. So, yeah, here's Petite Mort. We have 3 in-game residents. This is me. My house is up in the corner. Johnny Deep did have a home on my island, but has since moved to his own island because, you need to be able to play all the time on your own. So Johnny got their own Switch, left their island behind, and when we get there, you'll see that their home is part of my master plan to convert into another business. In that same vein of thought, I have also set up a profile on my Switch for my dog Jello. He has a home that I am using for community center purposes, and I'll show you that as well. Islander-wise, my favorite islander is my homegirl Tangy. She was one of my first 3, so her house is shit, but she is my favorite person on the island. She and Spike and I share the same birthday. You can talk to me offline if you want to hear my theories on why that's strange. One of my other original 3 islanders is Poppy. And I like her too, but she's probably going to have to go. You can see her when we encounter her on the island. Other islanders include Spike, my number 1 punk rock guy, my BFF, my masculine divine. I think Tangy and Spike show the 2 sides of my Gemini personality, and it is fated for them to be born on my birthday. And I said I wasn't going to get into my theory, but here I go, so I'm going to stop now. I've got Agnes, the cute and precious pig. I've got Curly, who thank fuck is leaving my island tomorrow, so I may record a video of me searching for his replacement. I have Meringue. I have Anka. I have newly joining us resident Marina. I've got Flip, who also needs to get the fuck out. And I have Sherb, the cutest little twink gay goat you will ever see. So, back to the island. Here's my island flag. I heart pussy. Everybody salute. So here's some of my favorite people here. We got Meringue checking out some of the flowers. We've got Anka fishing. I'll let them do their business. Back up here, I have a flower garden, which is where I'm showing off the hybrid flowers I have bred. I have not bred all the flowers, and I'm leaving myself some space here for some signage. You can see some of the colors that I'm missing are spawning their own little replacements in the spaces I left for them. So anyway, This is where I will display one of every flower that you can generate in the game. I am recently a 5-star island, so I do have some lily of the valley growing up on one of the cliff sides that I need to move down to my garden. And this is the playground, another community space. Down here beside the stores is where I have Jello's house, which I already mentioned. I am converting into an additional community space. This was inspired by my good friends John and Dustin Camp in their island Campland, where they built a full-fledged mall. Just ignore this pest control problem. Jello's been time traveling. I would never do such a thing. So right now this is just in general empty space. I thought this could be where I bring new people in and try to convince them to join my cult. Back here we have the Petite Mort laundromat in progress, which also has a roach problem. So yeah, here people can come and do their laundry. They can get snacks. They can iron things. Wonderful. This is also where the Islanders could get fit if they wanted to get fit. Of course, we know they're going to just do yoga in the square instead. Roach Ghost. Roach Ghost is my favorite band. So this is the room that we have converted into a gym. Jello's gym. God. So the TV's off, but you could ride your bike while you watch a program. You can buy some Jello's Gym merch. You can get your protein shake on, etc., etc. Jello's house has recently been expanded to include some more rooms that haven't been populated yet, but sure, why the fuck not? We'll show you what we got going on here. This, I thought, could become like a public bathhouse, but that concept may get moved into one of the other spare houses on the island. So we'll see what comes from this space. And then upstairs is a completely blank canvas. So that's an expansion that just occurred. I haven't actually been up there yet, and I'm not going to go up there right now because if you haven't seen the upstairs of a house, you can see the upstairs of my house, which actually has things in it. So this is a little stand I have created for me to share DIY recipes that I already have with my visitors. So if you have not been to my island or are a new player and need some DIYs, you're welcome to come visit and take some. I have more to offer. And then over to this side, of course, we have the Able Sisters store. This is an area that I made to become kind of like a carnival or public fair. Right now it is set up with my runway and lights for the fashion show that we intend to have as a group. And actually I can demonstrate that now. So I've got my magic wand. So the idea would be that friends would come over and they would model some of their looks. Or even pass behind a board, change looks, and come back down the runway and show off what they've got. So what you're hearing in the background there are my guest commentators for the evening. Jello Biafra, King Santina, and Susie Sue, King Santina. They are both very bad dogs. Here we have some games that people can play when this area is set up as carnival. I really, as you can see in the map on the lower right-hand screen, I've really used a lot of the space on the island with pathways and paved areas. This is one space on my island that I'm trying to leave relatively open so that I can change what's happening here as often or as frequently as I would like to, or host events for my friends to get together while we're in quarantine. We don't have to stay over here too long because that is a work in progress. I did move my campsite down to the beach. We don't have anyone camping there currently, but perhaps we'll see a camper there tomorrow when Curly gets the fuck off my island. Up here, a new addition is the lighthouse. And we got a little spot here where people can take a look at our beautiful ocean views, especially as this life-threatening storm makes its way onto the coast. We got our porta potties out here for the people that need to drop a deuce while they're visiting my island. Across the river, I have set up a little market space, so when I am hosting events, my friends can bring things to share with each other and have little areas to display their space. So that would happen here. And then up the ramp is where I have my suburbs. So all of my villagers have identical spaces for their homes. No one's getting any preferential treatment here. And they're all shoved into a corner, so I have plenty of space to enact my wild island development fantasies, which we are approaching one of now. So let me turn around and come back at this next feature from the bottom so you can see it in all of its glory. I did decide, I made a joke earlier about my cult. That was only kind of a joke because I did decide that this island, we are devoted to worship of Godzilla. And so here you can see the shrine I have built to His Majesty. So we've got like a multiple waterfall layer situation going on over here leading up to the main feature of that, which is this beautiful, awe-inspiring, I'll just trample all of those roses, Godzilla statue. This thing looks really cool at night because it's got those floor lights and it's lit from below. I do have a jukebox thrown down here too, cranking out my favorite in-game song, KK Cruisin', which also remains lit up at night. So this is an awesome spot to get a really impactful picture if you're playing the game at night. But anyway, all the islanders worship Godzilla as their god, and are in some kind of like weird blood sex cult together, I imagine in my mind. So come on over to Petite Mort and have a good time and join us. Join our sex cult. Around this way, we have the future space of Johnny Deep's old home. So this is where our adult entertainment complex will be located upon completion of construction. This I'm kind of proud of. This is my Zen rock garden. If anyone who's playing the game has looked on the internet about the process of having all of your rocks regenerate to one space, this was a quite infuriating task that I put upon myself for I don't know what reason. So I was actually able to pull this off in just a couple of hours, maybe 6 or 7 hours, but it was a lot of work and I would never try to do it again. So if you have not tried regenerating rocks in places you want them to go, it's not an exercise I recommend. It was not a pleasant experience, but now that they're all here, it is quite convenient and kind of cute to look at. I'm a cheap ass that doesn't buy bridges, you may have noticed. Up here I have my bamboo farm, which leads over to 2 of the residents on the island. So this is Johnny Deep's house, soon to be moved, soon to be redecorated. It is empty right now. And then up here, past the cemetery, is my own home. So here's Spike. Let's say hi to Spike. What a jerk. I like him though. Okay. Anyway, so I've got my little pansy garden out here around the waterfall. I've got some places for islanders to sit and hang out. And I've got my little pool situation happening over here, again with some more music. My house in this game has been kind of like my least concern and lowest priority, so I don't really have much interesting going on inside. In fact, it's... I guess we're changing clothes. Here. My living room's a little bit of like a club decor, so let's go ahead and get our cat suit on as we head inside to my own home. So this room is just kind of like a dark, moody lit space with pictures of all of the people I have kicked off of my island. Look at these assholes. Look at them. They're all gone. Continuing on with this mood, in the bedroom, I have a bit of a more romantic space. If you think that looking at a picture of Pietro over your bed is romantic. That is. I love Pietro, so I'm okay with this. So we've got some of the Clam Slam collection. Thank you, Geneva Convention, for my bed. Thank you, Misty Savage and Chloe Hyde, for my other shell accessories. I did manage to put together a kitchen. So I tried to do the home game. I tried. Oh, we're changing clothes again, apparently. So you can get a reveal of this outfit, which is actually pretty appropriate because we are moving into the kitchen, which is 50s diner themed. Again, my favorite song, KK Cruisin'. Cute little pink, like you guys, this is seriously how I would decorate my actual house if I had access to pink pleather diner booths. I do not. So that is the kitchen. And then I have a space that I guess is a library parlor type situation. It doesn't have any books in it, so I guess I can't call it a library. But it is inspired by oddities and odd collectibles and things like that. So I've got a football fish, which, yes, I gave my first one to Blathers, but every subsequent football fish I catch, I like to keep or hold on to because I do want Flick to make me a football fish trophy to display in my house. So we got some music, we got some weird shit on the walls. We got a TV that's not turned on again. The upstairs of my house, fuck, I just went back outside. Maybe this is why people need lights on inside their homes, so they can actually see what's happening. We'll just run back in. The downstairs of my house is a recent addition, not very well developed, so there's room for improvement there. The upstairs, however, is where I am stockpiling every musical instrument I encounter in the game. So I'm calling this my music studio. Oh shit, there's a roach up here too. What I really love about musical instruments in this game is if you are playing a track, which I think this one is like the surf rock, KK surf or something. You can walk up into any instrument. So they play in whatever key the song that is playing in. So you can get quite a few people jamming on here along with the track, and it sounds pretty cool. But this is my music studio. And fuck, we might as well go to the basement. We're here, let's go to the basement. What I imagined for my own basement was a tiki bar, so I started laying some of the foundation for that to happen. And then we decided that I would turn Johnny's old house. Yay! I got rid of my roach problem in a video that I'm going to post online so everybody knows I had a roach problem. Anyway, now that we've decided to convert Johnny's old house into an adult entertainment complex, the tiki bar will probably go in that space, and this can turn into something even more sinister. Not that a tiki bar is sinister, but sinister things were definitely going to happen there. All right, back out into the rain. We better change outfits again. It is now tradition. All right, in my strongman look. Hey, Spike. Coming back down. Here's just kind of where I've been plopping down some flowers. Trying to breed every single color. I've got a lot of extra flowers around. I'm producing a lot of extra flowers I don't need. So again, if you're new to the game and you want some hybrid flowers, I think I have some to spare for you. This direction, again, also trying to breed some flowers. This is my farm to table restaurant area right here next to my orchard. So servers can just go pluck whatever fruit you desire right out of the trees. I did used to have a slaughter pen here, but I think it was making people uncomfortable, so I took it down. You can listen to the soothing sounds of waterfall as you eat or don't eat the voracious fruits of Petit Mort. It's pretty loud. And as you can see, we have all of our fruits organized here. Another space to throw down flowers. And I think that's really the main features of my island. So we got some more beach stuff happening up here, some fires and a place to look at stars. That's really about it. So yeah, this is my island. I have never played Animal Crossing before this game came out, and were I not trapped in my own home, I probably honestly wouldn't be playing Animal Crossing today. But it is something that I have enjoyed, and it is something at this point I think I've put more hours into than I want to admit. But still, my island is a work in progress. So once I get everything set up and completed to how I really want it to be, I'll probably make another video, especially as I show you improvements to Jello's house and Johnny's house. But for now, this is Petite Mort in its current state of being on May 17th, 2020. I hope you guys are staying well. I hope you have a good rest of the day. And if you think you would want me to visit your island and record a tour of your island, I would be happy to do so. Send me a message, send me an email. You know how to contact me. If you don't know how to contact me, good. I don't want you to. All right. Thanks for visiting. Keep it juicy.